Welcome back to Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Now, the developers, Rebellion, they have released a DLC called the Cabal pack. And they've also released major patch 130, which seems to have fixed a lot of the issues that was in the game, particularly with Iris talking all the time. And also they've reduced the focus that you need to keep at the world map on all times, which is good. Now, of course, first of all, thank you again so much to Rebellion Games for providing me with a free press key for the game. It is much appreciated, and that also includes the Season Pass, so I can play with the DLCs. The DLC, the Cabal pack, introduces Espectro as a brand new acquirable henchman, along with accompanying side story objectives and plenty more. So we get a new henchman, we get some new Lair equipment, and some new side story objectives. Now that is all well and good, but the patch 130, that is a very good patch in terms of having several game-changing things added to the game. That was a very bizarre sentence, but you guys should know me by now, so I don't think that it's too unexpected. Just running through the patch notes very quickly, they've increased the amount of gold earned from the longer running schemes and ensured that this is earned over the entire duration of that scheme, which means that you don't have to go out there as often as you used to, which is good. Of course, the schemes still add the heat to the region, but you'll know how much to expect up front, which allows us to more effectively manage the strength of the agents that we are willing to face. Then there are the heat reduction schemes. They will still remove all heat from a region, but once they have done so, they can either be cancelled or allowed to continue running for an increased amount of time, preventing heat from rising in the area. Which is also good, because that means less super agents. I mean, I had them all over the place. There is a new scheme type, which is called Intel-only schemes. They represent activating contacts in the existing criminal networks by using intel generated by computer consoles or sourced from agent interrogations. They do not require sending additional minions from the Lair, allows you to then start a scheme instantly and reap enormous rewards. However, some of those schemes will add a substantial amount of heat to the region, so activating those at the wrong time might not. In the Lair, they have changed the speed that the vehicles arrive and depart from the island, which means that minions are now able to get out into the world with greater haste, thankfully, helping you keep your efforts of world domination ticking over more readily. There's also been some reduction in key training times for specialist minions to reduce stalls in the training rooms, and also they have taken a look at the messaging of some items of their equipment and added some key information, especially in relation to which items of furniture the forces of justice are going to be on the lookout for. Thank you. The more valuable minions, despite being inherently less valuable than our own nefarious genius, will still expect to be paid for their time, while they're alive, of course. So, income and outcome is more important to keep an eye out, and the penalties for not keeping an eye out on that will be more readily apparent. I assume that means more defections. There has also been added some additional status effects and minion overheads to help identify problem cases in the Lair. And the forces of justice have had some attention, with more dangerous agent specialists now regularly visiting your Lair if you fail to turn away investigators before they delve too deeply, and there's been some rebalancing of the super agents and the squads that accompany them. And they have this little sentence here: be wary, the specialists sent by investigators will always pose a more dangerous threat. And there's a lot of bug fixes. Let's see here. Was one thing that was very relevant. Yeah, When playing on easy difficulty, free worker minions are auto-hired at a rate of 6 every 60 seconds, increased from 2 every 60 seconds, and also the cost of them have been reduced to 1,000 gold per minion instead of paying 2,000 per minion. I think we're going to play on easy again, because I'd like to finish a campaign before I delve into more difficult stuff. There's also more gold from just having a criminal network in a region. That's that good. There is more gold earned from excavating gold tiles. There are, yeah, there's a lot of various things. I don't want to go into all of that. What I do want to do, however, is instead of playing everything from the very beginning, I'm gonna just play off camera, and when we're at the stage where I can activate the Venom device again, because of course I'm going to play as Emma, why wouldn't I play as Emma? I mean, it's Emma. Then we can start the actual gameplay from there. So consider this kind of like an introductory, very short episode, because I don't see the point of pausing for this, because it'll probably take me a couple of hours to get to that point again. But yes, we will be playing Emma. I also think that we will be playing on the Cane Key Island. I really like the island for having the helipad in the middle, and it's I like this layout as well. They're vulnerable to Anvil, of course. Emma is vulnerable to Hammer, but I think Emma is my preferred genius. Probably not a big surprise to anyone there. So yeah, I mean, we could play on the Gold Crown Island, but I feel everyone has been playing on that island, and the Montañas Gemelas, yeah, I really don't like this island. I mean, as a defensible choke point, I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. I mean, you have 2 islands basically, and then you bridge them in the ground floor. So you have to have staircases over here and staircases over there. So this gives you a little bit more of freedom in terms of you could have the evil genius Lair up here, out there, which means that it would be more difficult for the Aegis of Justice to come all the way and blah blah blah. They had to go very far up to get to her, but I like this island here, and I would like to play on this specific island. So now this is the reason why I have to restart, because if I just continue, we would not have this DLC active. I guess that makes sense, because it's a new side story thing, but I wish they hadn't done that. So a little bit of a criticism there, in terms of would be better to have DLCs being added into the game that you already have, so that you don't have to restart. But again, I can understand why, because yeah, it adds storylines and it adds stuff to the game. So yeah, I mean, this is not uncommon. If you play games like Tropico or something like that, you also have to start a new game to get the DLC content. So yeah, we'll play on easy because yeah, I suppose I could do something here, but yeah, whatever. We'll just keep everything on easy. I'll have the tutorial enabled, because that means I can play at my own pace. And as you guys know, I like to play slowly, steadily, and carefully and meticulously and so forth. So there is that. I guess we can end this video with having the introductory video of the game, because it is a very good and nice little intro. I like that intro.
Use the camera controls to move the camera around your lair.
Now, I'll have fun with that guy, having to listen to him many times. I will not add this to the actual playlist of the game, so episode 1 of the...
Now use the rotate controls to rotate the camera.
Yeah. I'll just stay still so that he doesn't talk. So episode 1 will be the actual gameplay series, and I will also make a rundown of the things that I've noticed that have changed at the beginning of episode 1. So I hope that you guys will all join me and the evil empire that we have incoming now, because we have a new evil empire incoming, and this will be more glorious than the previous one. I can assure you all of that. But for now, thank you all so much for joining me in this little patch note rundown DLC announcement series announcement episode, and I will see you all in the actual series.